welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you enjoy what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us. One big happy family. Thank you so much for your lovely support, your comments, your uplifting words. God bless you. Thank you. And for sharing, thank you so much. And for those that haven't yet, please do so. Sharing is caring. Help the creators out in order for them to continue bringing out videos for you guys. I'd like to mention that I do have Facebook Crochet private group. You're more than welcome to join as long as you have a profile. I also have a Facebook page, Instagram, and TikTok. All of these things will be listed below in the description box for you. You can just click there and join us. Feel free to have suggestions, requests. You're more than welcome. Thank you for everyone that has been supporting the Women in Need of Thread or with your donations. Thank you so much. What else? Big shout out to all you beautiful people that have been following me from the start, and newcomers also, shout out to you. Thank you for being here. So I use 4-ply 100% cotton threads. These are Portugal threads. They go by numbers, not by name of colors. So let's say this brown would be number 20. These are similar thickness as Aunt Lydia number 3. Aunt Lydia number 3 is a little bit thicker than this one, so your patterns automatically become bigger. Also, if your tension is tight, go a hook or two smaller. Not smaller, bigger. If your tension is loose, then go a hook or two smaller. My goodness, Maggie, get it together. What else? Small one to tuck in, loose ends, and a pair of scissors, of course. And I think I mentioned 2.75 hooks. Sometimes I'll use a 3.5, depending upon the pattern that I'm using. And we're going to get started, everyone. Thank you so much again. Okay, everyone. So today we're going to create this beautiful, beautiful, stunning granny square, the pineapple granny square. Now, this pineapple granny square, it is not my design. I did not design it. This is from the beautiful Jenni that's in my private crochet group that had posted a picture of this beautiful design. And it used to belong to her deceased grandmother. And she had created, now where she got it from or not, that's a whole different story. We don't know. I don't know. She probably doesn't know because I happened just to speak to her, and she mentioned that her grandmother had created this beautiful pattern 10 years probably before she was born. So this will be in the memory of the loving Ethel. That's her name. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Jenni. So this is in her memory. God bless her soul. She left a beautiful memory behind, and lucky enough, Jenni, her granddaughter, happens to have a tablecloth from her, and she wants to create something else with the same pattern. And so she asked for help in the group if anybody knew of a pattern, of that sort of pattern for her to create, because harder to see, off the eye. Not everybody can create just looking at it. I happen to be blessed to create just looking at something. So what I did was I did change two stitch on here, on this row here, which Ethel had put these two here on this loop. And I didn't want to leave this loop empty, so I created one on each side. And here on the corner, she had also, I believe she didn't do the double crochets here and the 2 chain. She must have done something else. It's very hard to see on the picture because, when you bring the picture up high, it becomes blurry. So I've changed that because I couldn't make out what it was there, and it made more sense this way. And another thing is, I don't know who the official owner of the pattern is, and because I don't want any issues with copyright. So automatically when you change something on a pattern, it becomes your own. So we're going to get started. Back in the days, she used the 30. So this is perfect for people that want to use or used to working with the number 30. This is my 4-ply, which is similar to Aunt Lydia number 3. Now, it's probably 8 by 8 with a 30 or 9 by 9. This is 24 centimeters, okay, 24 by 24. So it's up to you how you want to use it. If you want to use the thin thread or Aunt Lydia number 10, should be perfect for that too. Or you can go with the cotton number 3. Your pattern will be bigger, a little bit bigger than mine, because the Aunt Lydia number 3 is a little bit thicker than my thread. And these are 100% cotton thread, of course. So this is perfect for tablecloth, perfect for pillow, throwaway pillow. It's perfect for bedspread. So if you're going into these big pieces, I would say use number 3 Aunt Lydia, because it's more economic on the thread and faster to create the pattern. Okay, if you want something very delicate and of course top of the line, then you go with number 10. Okay, I'm going to use a 2.75 hook, a small one to tuck in loose ends, and a pair of scissors. Thank you so much, Jenni, for sharing this beautiful memory of your grandmother. God bless her soul. And thank you for being part of the group, of course. Beautiful, beautiful lady. I happened just to meet her on camera today, and she is gorgeous. Thank you, Jenni. And big hugs for your babies. They're beautiful furry babies. Okay, let's get started, everyone. So I'm going to do the magic circle, but you can do a 4 to 5 chain, depending upon your tension. We don't want a big hole in the center. We want a nice tight hole, small hole. So I'm going to do a slip stitch just to secure that in. I'm going to come in with a single and 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. I'm going to have a total of 16 double crochet in the center of my magic circle. This is row 1. So I've done my 16 double crochets, closing in my magic circle, coming on my second chain. Remember, I did a single and 2 chain for my first double crochet. I'm going to come in on the same one with a single, creating another double crochet. 1, 2 chain. In the next space, double crochet. So we're creating groups of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, next stitch, again, double crochet, next stitch, double crochet, 2 chain, and again, double crochet, double crochet, chain 2, next stitch. So it's going to be repeatedly like this all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. This is row 2. Okay, everyone, so I've closed in with the slip stitch on my second chain. I'm going to come back in and I'm going to stretch my thread a bit just to get a nice stretch for that double crochet, coming back in and doing double crochet. So where I have my 2 double crochets, I'm doing 2 double crochets. Now, inside of the space here, I'm going to build a shell of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. Again, doing double crochet over double crochet, and again. So we're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. This is row 3. Okay, everyone, so just before we go further, you're supposed to have 8 groups of 2 double crochet. So I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm coming back in again, and I'm doing single, 2 chain. So my double crochet. Next space, double crochet. So we're doing the 2 double crochets here and 1 more here. When we're going to come around, we're going to fill this space here. So we'll have a group of 4 double crochets. I'm going to do 1 chain space coming inside of this shell. I'm going to do a double crochet and 1, 2, 3 chain, creating a little loop here like that. 1, 2, 1 chain, sorry. And I'm going to skip 1, and coming into the next. So I'm skipping 1 double crochet and creating those 4 double crochet that I mentioned to you. 1 per stitch. That means that will have the 2 in the center and 1 on the right, 1 on the left, not doing the first double crochet nor the last double crochet. 1 chain space, create that little V shape, 3 chain here, and again double crochet. Okay, when we come around, we'll do the double crochet here to complete the 4 double crochets. This is row 4. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to close out row 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to do my last double crochet here to finish that group of 4 with slip stitch. Okay, going into row 5. So I'm going to come back in the same one, doing my single, my 2 chain, my first double crochet, and my second double crochet. So I'm creating these 2 little groups here again. One, 2 chain. Coming inside of the little V, I'm going to create 7 double crochets and 1 chain space between them. So 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 2 chain, coming in the center. So I'm not doing the first nor the last, creating the 2 double crochets. It's going to be on the same direction as the bottom ones. And 2 more double crochet. So chain 2, double crochet, 1 chain, creating those 7. This is the foundation of the pineapples. 7 double crochet, space, 1 chain between them. 2, 4, 6, 1 more, 7. Okay, we're going to repeat this all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, row 5. Okay, everybody, close row 5, going into row 6. So I've done a slip stitch, I've done my single, my 2 chain, my first double crochet. We're going to repeat these groups and 2 chain here, going into the first space on the foundation pineapple. 1, 2, 3 chain now for the loops of the pineapple. 1, 2, 3 chain. 1, 2, 3 chain. 1, 2, 3 chain. 1, 2, 3 chain, and singles. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 2, create your 2 double crochets, 1 per stitch. Chain 2 again and create your loops. This is row 6. I'll meet you at the beginning of row 7. Okay, everyone, so I finished row 6, going into row 7. Row 7 is exactly the same thing, so it's just a repeat of row 6. So my single, my 2 chain, that's my first double crochet, and my second. Two chain, and into the pineapple loop. 1, 2, 3. So we're just repeating row 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. So now we have 4 loops. 1, 2, and repeat your group of 2 double crochet, 1 per stitch. Okay, so we're just repeating row 6. I'll meet you at the end. Now, I also want to mention, even though you see it flopping like this, wavy, don't worry about it. Once you go bigger, it stretches out. Usually pineapples, they do that. Any pattern that you create, pineapples, most of you already know that. They wave, but somehow when you're closing the pineapple out, the pattern comes together and flattens. Okay, you guys, so closed in row 7, going into row 8. Now, row 8, we're going to alternate. We'll have one row here of the group of 2 double crochet, and the next one will have a shell, and then 2 double crochet, and then a shell. We're going to alternate, okay? So I'm coming back in to the same space with my single, my 2 double crochet. So on the next one, I'm doing a shell, okay? So 2 chain, create your pineapple loops with 3 chain. This is row 8. 2 chain. Here we're going to create 2 double crochet in the same stitch to create our shell. 2 chain, and on the next stitch 2 double crochet. So one group of 2 double crochet, shell, group of 2 double crochet, shell. Okay, so very simple. 2 chain, create your loops. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 singles and 2 chain. So here we created the shell. Here we're going to create the group of 2 double crochet. Next space, we're creating the shell, and we're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. Okay, you guys, so I closed out row 8 going into row 9. Now row 9 is going to change a bit here also. So I've closed in with a slip stitch. I'm coming back in and doing a single. In the next stitch, I'm doing a single. And inside of this 2 chain loop, I'm doing a single. When I come around, I'm going to do another single inside of the loop. So I'm going to have 4 singles, okay? Chain 2. Actually, I'm going to do chain 3 and single. 1, 2, 3. Single. 1, 2, 3. Single. Okay? So now I have 2 loops left on the pineapple. 1, 2, 3. Chain. I'm coming in on top of the double crochet in the shell, and I'm doing an increase on the shells, okay? So 1 per stitch and 2 inside of the 2 chain space. Chain 2, and again 2 double crochet inside of the 2 chain stitch, okay, and 1 per stitch. So we have a total of 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3 chain now, okay? And 3 chain for the pineapple loops. 1, 2, 3. You should have 2 loops left on your pineapple. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to come inside of this 2 chain space with a single. And on top of my double crochet, single, in the next stitch, single, and on my 2 chain, single. So I have 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3 chain, and again repeating exactly what we just finished doing. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. increase on your shell, 1 double crochet per stitch, and 2 inside of the 2 chain space, 2 chain and 2 double crochet inside and 1 per stitch. And we're going to repeat exactly the same thing. So where we have the 4 corners is an increase, and here where we have the group, we're doing 4 singles, 1 inside of the 2 chain and on top of the double crochet, and 1 on the other side. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, as you can see, the pattern is starting to fold itself out. By the way, I use laundry softener mixed with water and spray and stretch for blocking patterns now, because I do a lot of tutorials. I don't have time for it to sit around and dry because I need to do a little video on the picture. It's got to be nice and flat. So I light steam iron over it and it's good to go. These make perfect, when you're making perfect gifts, you know, the smell is beautiful. Okay, so remember we did the 3 singles at the beginning. I need 1 more left. And then I'm coming on that first single I did with a slip stitch. Okay. Now, again, coming back in the same space, single. We're going to create those singles again. So we had 4 singles, now we're going to have 6. So 1 per stitch, 1 inside of the chain space. I'll finish the other one when I come around the other end. 1, 2, 3 chain. Coming and doing my pineapple loops. You should have 1 loop left to close it out. 1, 2, 3. And we're continuing to do our increase on the corners. 1 per stitch. And 2 inside of the 2 chain space. So you should have 2, 4, 6, 2 chain, and 2 more inside of the same space, and 1 per stitch. One, 2, 3 into your pineapple. 1, 2, and 3. Again, 1, 2, and 3. Coming inside of that 2 chain that we did, or 3 chain, and 1 per stitch. So we have 2 singles, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, going to close row 10 out. So I'm going to come in my 2 or 3 chain space, did my single, and I'm going to come in and close it with slip stitch. Again, I'm going to come in the same one. So we had 4, we did the increase. We're still going to do again another increase. We're going to have 8 singles now. Okay, we'll do the other ones when we come back. So if you want to put a marker not to get mistaken, go ahead. So I have 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I'll complete the other ones on my way back when I get there. 1, 2, 3. So I'm closing the pineapple. 1, 2, and 3. Coming and doing 1 per stitch. We're also going to have an increase here on the corners. Two inside of the 2 chain space, 2 chain, and 2 more. Double crochet inside of the chain space, 1 per stitch. So you should have on your corners, your 4 corners, 2, 4, 6, 8 on each side, 2 chain space between them. 1, 2, 3. Close out the pineapple. 1, 2, 3. Into the 3 chain space, single and 1 per stitch. You should have 8 singles. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, closing out row 11. So I'm coming in my 3 chain space to complete my 8. So I had 5, 6, 7, and my 8. And I'm going to close it with slip stitch. So I have 8 singles, okay? Now, I'm going to do back into the same stitch. This is row 12. Single and 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. On the next stitch, double crochet. So I'm going to have groups of 2 double crochet, 2 chain. I'm going to skip a single, and I'm going to do again a group of 2 double crochet. So using the last 2, and when we come around, we'll be using the first 2, always skipping 1. 1, 2 chain. I'm coming right here on the edge, on that 3 chain where we closed off with double crochet and 1 on the other side, like that. Now, for some of you, if you don't want it to have that little gap there open, just a suggestion for you. So my 2 chain, you can come directly on top of the single and do 2 double crochets. That also looks pretty. 1, 2. I'm coming on that, so 2 chain in that first double crochet and on the second double crochet. So I have my other group. 1, 2. I'm going to skip 1, 2 into the next one, double crochet, and again double crochet, 2 chain, coming in here in the corner, in the edge, 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. So this whole row will be of groups of 2. 2 chain, skipping the first and the second, coming on the third, double crochet, and double crochet. 2 chain, and again, skip 1, 2. You should be on your last double crochet, your last 2. Okay, 1, 2, and repeat again the same thing. Either you come on each side or you come where the single is. It's your option. 2 chain, and again, coming on that first single. Next space, next stitch, again. 2 chain, skip a space into the next one, and the next one. 2 chain, skip a space, and into the last 2 singles. So where you have your singles, you should have 3 groups. 1, 2, 2, and again, coming where that single, or one before or one after, as you wish. On the other one I created, I did one before and one after. Which I'll show you here. So I've done it here on the 3 chain, but I'm giving you the options so you can do that too if you don't want to have it done the other way. 2 chain, again coming on that first double crochet with double crochet, and again chain 2, skip 1, 2, come on your third. We have one more row left. 2 chain, skip the last 2 into the center and do your 2, 1, 2 chain, coming in the same space and create your 2. Again, chain 2, skip 1, 2, come into your third and your fourth. So you're going to repeat that all the way around. As you can see, the pattern starts taking shape and it doesn't wave as much anymore. Okay, so you should have, counting from the corner one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let me just confirm on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 groups of 2 double crochet. Repeat this all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, closing out row 12. So I've done my 2 chain. I'm going to come on the first single. Remember, we didn't complete it until we came around it into the next stitch. Chain 2, and now I'm going to close it up. Okay, so now I have my 3 groups on the singles. So this is the last row, row 13. I'm going to do my single, my 2 chain, double crochet. So this row is just closing double crochet, 2 inside of the 2 chain spaces, all the way around, and 1 per stitch. Again, 2 inside of the 2 chain space and 1 per stitch. Very simple. And again, now there's 2 ways that you can assemble this to the next granny square, either as you're doing these singles, or you can stitch them on as you wish. I'm just going to complete here. So inside of the space, so we're going to have 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet, and then of course 1 per stitch, 2 inside of the 2 chain space. So you're just pretty much closing out the pattern. So let's say you want to assemble it together as you're going. So I'm just going to take it down and show you very quick. Like I said, if you want, you can stitch it on. So I'm going to come right here where I have my 2 chain. Okay, I'm going to do 1 chain only, and I'm going to have back to back on my pattern. Okay, back with back, wrong side with wrong side. I'm going to come in my 2 chain space on the other pattern. And because it's a 2 chain, we already did one. With the one we just closed in, I'm not doing another chain because that's equivalent already to 1, okay? Now, you're coming into that first double crochet, and I'm grabbing back loops, or you can go right through, okay? And coming back, completing that double crochet, okay? And then into the next one. So I'm grabbing the first loop right in front of me. And you can do a slip stitch, you can do a single, or you can do just single right through it. Coming into the next one, and again. You can slip stitch through it, or you can just do singles, or you can stitch them on. Okay, so I'm going to take this down. So here I've grabbed only back loops. Now if you're to grab, you can grab both loops if you like. So you do the same thing, 1 chain, close it into the center, come back in, create your double crochet. You can do a single, come back in, complete your double crochet inside of the middle shell there, come back out. So very simple, nothing to it. And do your single, and again. Coming into the center. Okay, so the difference with this, when you're doing it this way, it's going to leave you a line going through like that, almost like a 3D line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to complete it and show you. If you stitch it in, you barely see the line. Okay, so I'm just going to create this row here as we did here, and then I'll come back to you and show you. Okay, everyone, so I've completed this row just to show you. And what are we going to do? We're going to use back and back together, our front and front together. Okay, you got to make sure that you're lined up. I used a red one just so you can see. Sometimes it shows better this way. Okay, make sure that your stitches are lined up. Okay, so I'm going to grab the back loop here and the back loop facing me. So then again, next one, the loop facing me and the loop next to my nail, back loop. So you just go back and forth, and again, very simple. And you could have just lock in your thread this way, but I'm not going to do it because I'll take it down after. Okay, then we'll pull everything together. So loop facing me and back loop facing closest to my nail. You got to make sure that your stitches are lined up, or you'll run into a problem. It'll be all crooked. Okay, so very simple. I suggest when you're making whatever you're doing with this, make whatever amounts you need, and then once you're ready, you can just stitch them on. Okay, so this, I think, with the red will help you to see how it's stitched on easily. So you got to make sure that you're grabbing the loop closest to you and the one in the back. Okay. I want to thank Jenni very much for sharing this beautiful pattern from her deceased grandmother. May God rest her soul in heaven. Thank you so much, Jenni. That was nice of you to share the pattern with us. And it was my pleasure creating it. Okay, so let's see. Now you can pull all the stitches together. Of course, I have the red on there, so you'll see the red through here. But if you're doing whatever color you're doing, you won't even be able to see it. Once let's say you're using white, well, you're gonna sew it in white. Okay, and look, it just looks absolutely stunning, and you won't have that 3D going up. You won't even see it if you're using the same color. I use the red just so you guys can see the stitch. Okay, so I thank every single one of you. I hug you. God bless. Stay safe. Until the next tutorial, everyone. Thank you so much, Jenni. God bless you and your family. And thank you so much again. Much hugs to all of you. Take care, everyone.